Hello, beer tubers, and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hops, today, joined by
Brits.
Avanomyces, drinking some more hyped hazy beers, this time brewed in the EU by Cloudwater and the Vale.
So technically, England aren't a part of the EU.
Oh shit! well, in the
In
close
Europe,
to Europe, Europe, they're not part
they're
of
in
the,
Europe.
They're not part of the European Union, but they are in Europe. It's
Yeah.
a European country.
Yeah.
We're checking out the famous collab Chubbles, but not the classic version. Two variants they released.
Yeah.
So we reviewed Chubbles almost 3 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
the regular version, and we loved it. But when we reviewed that beer, we talk a lot about crazy overripe, really sweet, yeasty estery beer, which we're growing further and further away from, which is funny.
Yeah.
But by the looks of it, it looks like it's two very contrasting beers in
Yeah.
terms of at least that. Because this looks more like regular Chubbles, this looks much different. So we picked these up, or I picked these up at Cloudwater's tap room in London on the Bermondsey Beer Mile when I was in London over the weekend with work. And that Friday they released all the first three variants of Chubbles, and then I think it's this Friday, which will be the Friday after they've seen this, they've released the regular version, the one brewed at the Vale, and then also a single IPA version. But we're checking out Chubbles Chubbles, which is the double dry hop version of Chubbles, and we're checking out Chubbles Cubed Enhanced, which is the triple dry hop version of Chubbles using the Vale's proprietary enhancing technique. Is that what they say? It's something like that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah.
Yeah.
So crazy.
Whatever that means.
But the big difference is pretty much the same beer. It's specific crazy English yeast strain, Galaxy Citra Eldorado, but the triple enhanced dry hop version also has Nelson.
Yeah.
So Citra Galaxy,
this one.
Eldorado. But I think we should start then with the double dry hop version
Yeah.
of the beer. And I'm just going to switch them around for a second. They're going to be easy to differ just because I can swirl it easier. But this looks like what I think of when I think Chubbles, because it's the same color as the last time we had this beer.
Yeah. It's orange. It looks like
mango juice.
Yeah.
Thick haze going on. It looks
tangerine juice.
Yes. It looks very much like what I think of when I think of this beer and just like big full-on hazy juice bombs.
And old like OG Equilibrium and Treehouse beers.
Yes,
they're
like definitely that color.
Yeah.
And a lot of beers still are.
Yeah.
Just
also fighting.
Really warm orange and a nice off-white head. And let's check out the aroma. Yeah, huge ripe mango.
Yeah.
But it's not like, it doesn't smell like insanely sweet, but it's definitely hugely ester forward. Like
but
loads of overripe tropical esters.
And pithy orange.
Yeah, there's definitely some pithiness. Also just like pithy lemon lime notes.
A bit of spice almost.
Yeah, it's probably Galaxy. Yeah. There's definitely also melon.
I'm
and it's like in this, I think
slightly
it's
this thyme kind of thing.
I can see that, like a thyme, or maybe even oregano.
Sorry?
Maybe even oregano. Oregano. But it has something like that.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
But it's definitely like that huge sweet overripe profile.
Yeah.
And it's like really overripe sweet mango. And also like honeydew melon.
Yeah.
Overripe
it's
honeydew.
Very much.
It's like this like sweet overripe. It's like really, it's juice bomb. Dripping juice bomb.
Yeah.
But with a good level of hop saturation.
But it's what we talk about in the original video.
100%.
Yeah.
It
so
smells
they must
like that.
stick completely to the recipe.
Yeah, just double dry hop it.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's
almost getting a bit
orange.
of a vanilla citrus custard, like almost like an orange vanilla
but
custard.
Often
thing.
Got that from like OG Equilibrium IPAs.
Yeah.
Probably from the yeast.
That's true. It has had some sweetness.
Yeah.
But it could also be just the heavy saturation of oats, because oats can also give vanilla vibes.
And it looks thick, so.
Yeah, it's also made with a ton of flaked oats. So.
Okay. Well, so that makes sense.
Small, but it smells really good.
It actually smells really good.
Let's try Chubbles Chubbles. Cheers. Both are 10%, by the way. This screams OG Equilibrium so much. Really eccentric.
Yeah.
Heavy on overripe tropical fruit, but also
very
a lot of hops.
pithy.
Yeah,
Very pithy orange.
and it has like a sharp, pithy, orangey, spicy, slightly alcoholic finish that cuts all that sweet ester because there's so much sweet ester.
Yeah.
And at first sip, it reminds me of why I'm getting sick of hazy beer.
Yeah.
But that being said, it's fucking tasty. It's fucking tasty. But if you ask me if I wanted volley or this, I'd say volley for the first sip. At least in terms of drinkability. In terms of impression, it's really good.
Yeah. But it's completely as the aroma indicates. At least up front, it's that
it
mango.
Deviate a lot.
Mango,
really good,
orange, apricot kind of character. And then it goes into that dry, pithy orange.
Yeah.
Spicy, thyme.
Earthy.
Yeah.
Like just like the earthiness of
almost like a
heritage.
rosemary kind of dry herbal character.
Just a lot of like dried like Mediterranean herbs.
Yeah, exactly.
Really on the aftertaste,
Yeah.
like almost like chewing into them fresh. Where it's like really, I think so.
Yeah.
And then there's that huge pop of honeydew melon too. But it's like
I'm getting a bit of rosemary in the room actually. It's a bit but it's definitely Galaxy giving that.
This is like if this is what you're looking for, these heavy juice bombs, I think like I don't know, do we have anything close to this in Denmark? Like I feel like this is fairly far ahead.
Yeah.
So I haven't drunk a lot of I don't think any Vale beers that are cubed enhanced.
No.
So
not really.
With
I've
that
had some of
enhanced
the double dry hopped and I've had actually one triple dry hopped single IPA from them.
But
that's
anyone with
fire.
the enhanced branding too?
No. So
we'll see what they make. They say insanely saturated orange, grapefruit, and yummy tropical fruit.
okay.
It looks really, to my liking. More of a bright yellow. It still has a good amount of orange hue to it. I think this looks more like a Fidens beer. I think you mentioned that too.
Yeah.
Because Fidens aren't. Some of them are like this, but a lot of them.
Some of them are like this.
But a lot of them, like the farmer and the vegan and stuff like that, look like this.
They look like this. Very
and
thick and milky. And
the farmer was amazing, and so was the vegan and the butcher. But it looks something like that. Is that bright yellow with some orange hues? It's got a white head. Let's check out the aroma.
Yeah. Yeah, this is.
It's much brighter. Much brighter. It's like I'm getting loads of Nelson. Actually, I'm getting loads of gooseberry and just tart grape.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like that thing we talk about so much. And it's like that interesting tropical grape flavor. Think of when you drink wine that tastes somewhat tropical. It's that. It's not like specifically like passion fruit and stuff like that. It's like a grape that has flavors reminiscent of that almost. It's like it's really a unique hop. But then you get that layer of kiwi. You're getting lime,
passion fruit,
gasoline, locker room dankness of whiffing it too.
Yeah.
But you can smell that this is
slightly leafy.
You can smell that this is a crazy expensive beer to make. And it's so hop saturated and it's so crazy.
I'm also getting Thai basil with this one. I think it's the combination of Nelson and Galaxy.
It could be because Nelson has more bright, uplifting flavors, whereas Galaxy is more robust in its earthiness and spiciness and whatnot. So that could be that's a very good point, and I think it makes sense because I've never had that heavy, earthy Koita thing from Nelson. It's always been bright, but sometimes it's been spicy. So I think that totally makes sense. Like if you've ever cooked pat krapao and used Thai basil, sweet Thai basil, it's kind of like that. Sweet Thai basil.
Yeah, I'm definitely
also
getting it here.
more lime peel flavor. It just smells much more like my alley, and it smells a lot like a monkish beer.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Whereas this smells more like old school.
Sweet.
Much less sweet and much more bright.
And
just
more hop-centric.
Yes, it's more hop-centric, but there is some underlying kind of sweeter ester profiles. But it seems like in this, the hops just overshadow it.
If I just stuck my nose into this, I would probably have guessed it was a double IPA.
Yeah.
I think it smells a lot more like a maybe 8.5% double IPA than a triple, whereas this one...
It smells a bit more cloying.
Yeah, this one just smells heavy.
Yeah.
So.
But that could be because of all the sweet fruit profile from yeast.
Yeah.
Let's try the enhanced version.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cubed. Much more. That is really fucking dope. Yeah. It's also sweet though. There's definitely a good amount of sweetness, and that's coming on the back end. the amount of hops you must these beers must be so expensive to make.
Yeah.
Like the reason why you make these are just
But they are also expensive to buy.
True. But they are also made for getting people hyped and work as flagships to get people interested in your brewery. Like, think of making beers like this as return investments in your brewery.
Yeah, exactly.
Because, you invest a lot of money in making a really expensive beer, but you get the return of the investment by having customers interested in your brand.
Yeah, exactly.
It's part of the whole strategy for most of these breweries when they make these beers. Because this is probably not what makes their paycheck. It's all the core range stuff that people keep buying because they're into stuff like this and get hyped over stuff like this.
Yeah.
I guess it's part of the hype culture.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is awesome stuff, though. This is kind of like drinking a Monkish triple IPA, pretty much. It's that, or like just any of the, West Coast brewers doing haze that's like super bright. Again, like I think the biggest reference is Monkish, but also Green Cheek and Electric is very much like
this. This is really well done. It definitely reminds me of that vein of Green Cheek, Monkish, Electric.
Yeah, I can totally taste like I'm like just jumping here. I can taste like this is the type of haze I'm getting sick of.
But also because you sense the sweetness lurking a bit more towards the finish, but I still think the hop saturation just keeps going.
Yeah.
So I still sense the pithiness and the
it's really pithy and bright and it's also got some dankness to it as well.
Yeah.
The other one. Not so much as at least in compared.
This is more like an orange peel-esque dryness it has to it that finishes it off. But
it's not like weedy catty dank. This is, but this is like so saturated on hops, and you can feel it when you burp. Pretty much, it's like there's so much saturation of hops, and I wouldn't want to drink that all the time, of course, but as like a sipping beer, getting really into like getting geeked out. That this is it.
Yeah.
Whereas, it's definitely not a beer you drink every day, but it's
absolutely not.
It's a treat kind of.
Absolutely, beer. It's an extreme, take on triple IPA. But the crazy thing is that every time you have a triple IPA from, for example, Monkish, it's like this.
Yeah, every single time.
And this is the triple dry hopped version, from Cloudwater.
Yeah, that's true. Pretty much every single time, like Adios Ghost, when I had it, it was the level of something like this.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's also one of the more highest rated ones. But it's heavy saturation. I think I would have a hard time finishing a can of this on my own too because it's so heavily saturated.
It's not. I'm pretty sure it's not made for drinking on your own.
No, they're for sharing really.
2 or 3 people, probably. Yeah. But I'm getting lots of like lime, grapefruit.
Yeah. Pithy,
lemon,
like just like big pithy lemon lime,
and also
big,
like bright fresh pineapple.
Yeah, really fresh pineapple, and then like big bright tropical white grape. Again, like that gooseberry vibe too, and again
Thai basil.
Thai basil, sweet Thai basil to be specific. It's just like all of these things are super. Like it's just so bright and intense, and there is maybe even a touch of like a green melon, and then like also kiwi and all like that. But it's all these like really sharp, bright hop-centric flavors.
Yeah.
Paired with juiciness of yeast, like there's like that overripe estery thing. But
there's still some yeast character, but it's not overbearing at all. It honestly reminds me quite a bit of some of the triples we've had from Monkish. Also slightly into the Fidens thing, maybe a little less yeast centric.
Yeah, I think though you can taste that this is really young.
Yeah,
the more you drink it.
It's one of those beers it's a week younger than this one.
Yeah, and I think so. Yeah, this is 2 weeks. This is 3 weeks. I think a beer like this will do well with sitting so you hit around the 4 week mark as well. Because the more you drink it, you feel like it's really intense. So I think it's one that's gonna get better the more that you wait until a certain frame of reference or from a certain period of time. Like if you wait like way too long, it's not.
No.
But it's one of those that seems like okay, you wait maybe 5-6 weeks, it's sweet spot. You forgot about it for 3 months, it's still gonna be dope and amazing and crazy. Yeah, they're really good. I'm thinking like 93-4-ish, maybe 4 on this one. It's just because it's too boozy and yeast.
It has a bit of that booze thing.
Yeah, but the booze is like I can cope with the huge amount of sweet yeast because it's actually in this format. It's quite distinct. and I think their hops are well at play too. But it's just like there's a touch too much booze, and then it's just more of what I'm getting sick of.
Yeah, but I still think that it has a pretty big hop presence.
It does.
It's just.
But I don't know. I think the booze is maybe the biggest factor of driving it not to be world
because I
class.
don't think the yeast character is that cloying.
No,
to be honest.
No. But I would definitely say it's not world class.
I agree. Personally. I agree. It's not world class.
So it does not go higher than 94. But whereas this, I'd say, is world class. Haze, modern style or bright style, monkish style,
less boozy, more balanced.
Yeah, but crazy saturated.
Yeah, crazy saturated, but somehow maybe even more drinkable than this because it has less booze, a little less sweetness.
But it's a share, not a solo.
Yeah. It's drink this can 2 or 3 people.
Yeah, because I think when people a lot of these beers when you drink them like. And sit and sip on them a lot and whatever, the whole hop burn thing and whatnot becomes an issue the more you drink it because of the crazy saturation of flavor.
It's just crazy beer.
Yeah. 97 maybe 6.
I'd say 996.
Yeah, it's something like that. I think it'd probably be 97 dead on when it's just settled a little bit more.
But 96 right now, I think it's a great triple IPA to be honest. But yeah, it's just also a matter of preference for me with this style.
Yeah. And what's fun as well is like whenever we do triple IPAs together, we always ended up almost in the last year or so end up giving great grades because
we only
have drunk the really really good ones.
Yeah, we don't just drink them to drink them.
No, we only usually seek out amazing ones, but if we seek them out.
But well done to Cloudwater.
Yes.
And the Veil.
Amazing job with both of these beers. Yeah. This is hard to compete with. Yeah. So, if you guys had a chance to try Chubbles Chubbles, which is the double dry hop version of Chubbles, and Chubbles Cubed Enhanced, let us know what you thought of them. Crazy hop saturated nut beers. Again, more meant for sharing than solo doming, and just damn tasty. So, if you hadn't, let us know. As always, remember to comment, subscribe, check the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Ring the bell for future notifications about videos, and we're going to say cheers in our favorite.
Yeah. Cheers.
And see you guys in another beer review.